Did you know most gynecological cancers are diagnosed in women over the age of 60?
Now, I didn't know that, but this may come as a surprise to many of us. Look at the data. According to the CDC, ovarian, uterine, and vaginal cancers more often strike women from 50 to 70 years old. The cancers are likely in the late stages by the time they are diagnosed.
So let's bring in News 3 anchor Jessica Larche to explain. So Jessica, what is going on here?
Yeah, many women do not realize that they should continue getting these pelvic exams even after menopause, and that's because their doctors are not always informing them of that. But tonight, I want to introduce you to one woman who is turning the loss of her Nana into a life-saving mission.
She was definitely a rock.
Solid rock.
A solid rock.
It's been 12 years since this mother and daughter lost the rock of their family.
Marlise Yvonne McIntosh Henderson. Every time I invoke her name, she lives.
Mrs. Henderson, already a breast cancer survivor, was diagnosed with uterine cancer at the age of 87. She died 2 weeks later.
Mom was everything. She was my lifeline. Caused me to cry. I'm sorry.
Mr. Henderson died days after his wife. Their daughter and granddaughter grappled with unspeakable grief.
I have an irreparable damage in my heart. That's where my grandmother was. And I don't want anybody to feel that.
Vanessa Hill channeled that hurt into research about gynecologic cancers. According to the Centers for Disease Control, the average age of diagnosis is often between 50 and 70. One of the warning signs for these types of cancers, bleeding after menopause.
You have to tell me if you see blood, because you should never see blood.
Dr. Keisha Burfoot is an obstetrician gynecologist in Norfolk. She says it's very important for women to keep seeing their gynecologist and having pelvic exams even after menopause. And it's up to doctors to let them know the warning signs too.
Once you go through menopause, you should never see blood again.
Mrs. Henderson did see blood about a year before her diagnosis, but she hid it from her family and doctors. By the time the pain became unbearable, the cancer was at stage 4.
I wanted to take the place of what my mom was going through. My mother reminded me that that was her journey, and I couldn't take it.
And for her granddaughter, grief gave way to a nagging feeling that she could have convinced her Nana to get help before it was too late.
She didn't have to die. And my thought, if I knew, I could have convinced her.
Now Hill is on a mission to convince other Nanas with Project Nana. She created the organization to educate and empower seasoned women about their health, especially the prevalence of gynecologic cancers after menopause.
It was a shock. It was a revelation.
Irene Hardy, Laverne Huggins, and Mary Henderson all participate in Nana Chats.
We're in a safe place, and we can talk about things in this group that we can't share otherwise.
In these sessions, women their age learn, laugh, and live.
You're in a different phase of your life, but you're still living.
Vanessa looks on with pride, her mission to push prevention making an impact. Words of wisdom that helped her make her own life-changing decision last year.
It was a hard decision that I made.
Doctors found precancerous cells throughout Hill's reproductive organs. They advised her to have a hysterectomy so Nana's fate wouldn't become hers.
What was that decision like for you?
It was the hardest thing because anybody who knows me knows I want a house full of kids. I was in fertility treatments.
Her doctors say her decision to get ahead of any cancer saved her life, a life she's dedicated to honoring her Nana by helping to save yours.
I have a lot of life to live. I have a mission that I need to continue to put on my back. Every single thing I'm doing is literally because of Nana.
Oh my goodness, that family's been through so much. And Jessica, I understand there's another problem that's under the radar.
Yes, so in talking to Vanessa, another huge issue is making sure that when women do go ahead and get their gynecologist scheduled, that it's covered by Medicare or private insurance. And so what they found was that if it has been some years since you've been back and you want to go back, not everybody's covering that. And so that is another issue. She's working with lawmakers to make sure that that is covered. It should be covered every 2 years at the very least. but getting in if you're a new patient and you haven't been in some time. That's why it's so important for primary care physicians to make sure they're telling women who've hit menopause that you need to continue seeing your gynecologist. It's so important.
Well, it's interesting that you brought that up because as soon as I hit menopause, I got fired by my OBGYN, basically telling me I didn't need to come back. After 5 years, I took it upon myself to advocate for a pelvic exam because I didn't feel comfortable not knowing the result of that annual test. So I think you have to fight for the right to be seen. You know, and I know that there are insurance issues too.
But that's what Vanessa's talking about, right? Knowing how to advocate for yourself. You have to push for those exams. You have to push to be seen, and the data supports that. The data supports it.
So how often should older women be getting these exams?
At least every 2 years. Dr. Keisha Burfoot, who we spoke with in the story, says it may depend on what your risk factors are, but she says at least every 2 years, even after you hit menopause. It's so important.
This is life-saving information, Jessica.
Some powerful information. All right, so you can learn more about this, right?
Yes, up at WTKR.com, you can learn more about Project Nana. And there they give you tools to empower you, to educate, and also to advocate for yourself inside WTKR.com.